has slain the dragon.
All right, welcome everybody to the stream. I'm going to go ahead and throw up the dashboard and just try to see who is where and watching. But welcome everybody to what is going to be a ranked fives match between LMQ TC, that is LMQ, the new Chinese team. The TC stands for Tianxi. Their subtitle as they are, I believe, related to Royal Club, if I'm not mistaken. Going up against TSM. This is Team Solo Mid. You just saw them play in the Battle of the Atlantic. Bring it back and give North America enough points for Cloud9 to bring home the victory. And now here they are playing ranked fives versus kind of the new powerhouse to hit the NA Challenger scene. Ackerman about to get beset there by the Odd One, has red buff. Very, very strong there in the jungle. I did go ahead and tweet this out, so hopefully People are going to be coming in here pretty soon. And broadcasting, everything is live and does look like everything is working. So welcome everybody to the stream. If you are here, if you're watching, then congratulations and thanks. But yeah, getting into the game, getting things underway. We want to make sure to update that's heading the title, and here we go. Yeah, LMQ, a team that has kind of the Chinese superstar roster. It was interesting to see the Korean team Quantic come over here. They were kind of a second or third string team with, you know, a cool roster of players, but it wasn't sort of the big Korean powerhouse teams coming over. LMQ chose to do things a little bit differently, and they brought some of the best players from all of China over here. Odd One gonna land a Cocoon on to No Name. Dyrus gonna lock him up there. Does he have what it takes? There's Dominus down, a lot of damage, no safeguard away, and now it's Ackerman gonna take a lot of damage, half health underneath his turret. Dyrus and Odd One will return back to that top lane. I will unfortunately be solo casting this, which means that it's going to be a little bit rough, at least to start things out, but don't worry, don't go anywhere. Still should be an incredible game. We are about 10 minutes into the game, so I do want to talk about how this game has progressed. You're going to go ahead and order up the champions here just a little bit. For the bottom lane, it's actually interesting to see Wild Turtle playing Tristana. Now, Tristana not a champion that you expect to see a lot just because Lucian, Sivir, and Jinx are all sort of that big top three, but very, very strong as far as late game is concerned. And going up against Vasily. Vasily, a player who really has to prove himself on LMQ just because this is, no, this is actually TSM versus LMQ. This is not a joke, Andy Dust. Yeah, this is Vasily, a player who really has to prove himself because LMQ Tianxi said, hey, if we don't feel like our team is strong enough, we can just go ahead and import Uzi from China, one of the best AD carries the world has ever seen. LMQ being pushed there off of that turret, and now it's actually Ackerman looking to engage, looking to get in here. Thrill of the Hunt, just gonna gank that pink ward, take it out. Now gonna jump in there onto a special. Ackerman tanking things up in the front, doesn't have the items to. There's gonna be Solar Flare way down to the back. Special lands a huge Timbers flash out by No Name, looks to get back into the fight, but way too low on HP. Vasily looking to chase, but very strong engagement there by TSM. Dyer's flash over the wall. Safeguard's going to keep Wei Zhao alive. Keep in mind, this is Zhao Wei Zhao, not the AD carry Wei Zhao. Vasily goes down over the wall. Bjergsen dishes out the damage. Dyrus to pick up a kill there as well. 2 for 0. Exchange in favor of Team Solo Mid. More damage to come out as Wei Zhao starts to poke things down there. I'm just going to call him Zhao Wei Zhao instead of just reading off his name because that is actually his, well, it was his name before he had to change it when he came over to the North American servers. Keep in mind, LMQ iBuyPower, or LMQTC iBuyPower, the team that just came over recently a couple months ago to North America, started playing Challenger Solo Queue, got it in a couple weeks, and yeah, I gotta say, watching this here today, this is that's a little bit rough. Yeah, that was a 2 for 1. Good catch there. This is very interactive shoutcasting, so if you guys have things to add, feel free to say it in chat. I love casting for you guys, and this should be an absolutely incredible game because there are some equally incredible names here. Not only some of the big superstars from China coming over for LMQ, but also, hey man, it doesn't get much better than TSM. So if you guys want to spam some in chat, I'm totally okay with that. Dragon will go down to LMQ. As after the disengage from that fight, LMQ actually regrouped faster than TSM, who did go up and check out Baron, but oh wait, it doesn't spawn yet, so probably not going to be the right thing. Dyrus heading on by just to check it out and head on up towards some juicy top lane action. There is 300 or 400 gold just in creeps up there. Body slam over the wall. Bjergsen is going to grab some more of that CS from the Wraith camp. Let me go ahead and organize all these champions to make sure everybody is where they should be. We're going to see the jump in there, but Axe is flying everywhere, Turtle flying all over the place, and the Buster shot to pick up the kill. A nice little bit of healing coming out of that last little bit of lifesteal, keeping Wild Turtle alive, and the devastation of that bottom lane. Now it's going to be bottom turret going down. TSM about to take a 2-1 turret advantage. Wild Turtle, man, getting up there right in melee range. Didn't even have barriers, so the only health he had was what he had when he went into the fight and able to stay alive. Bottom lane, there's a nice rocket jump away from a pretty good snipe there from Vasily. Just wasn't quite enough. 2 kills for both AD carries, but a little bit stronger there is Wild Turtle. I think that's Infinity Edge. No, not quite. Needs a couple hundred more gold for that, but Also looking for a Vamp Scepter at the same time. Ackerman not doing so hot against one of Dyrus' strongest champions there in that Renekton slice. Dice over the wall, and now Ackerman, what you gonna do when Dyrus comes for you? Sunfire Cape complete versus no Sunfire Cape means that even though Dyrus does physical damage in any prolonged engagement, there's a lot of that Sunfire Cape magic damage you really have trouble trading against, so this is a little bit rough. Yeah, LMQ is also streaming this game, so if you guys want to watch a non-shoutcasted observer mode perspective, then head on over there. I just got done casting Go for LOL North America Finals, so my voice is a little bit the worse for wear, and I don't have any water with me. But rather than miss any of this action, I'll go ahead and sit through this, and hopefully have some more games coming up after this. TSM, man, they're no joke, and I think that a lot of people, especially in the context of the Battle of the Atlantic, thought North American teams were just going to go ahead and get stomped. TSM, Cloud9, both winning their matches, and at least as far as the point system is concerned, winning the Battle of the Atlantic for North America. Coming into this game, I'm like, okay, I don't know what to expect from LMQ necessarily, but after watching a lot of this of their the Rank 5 streams and just spectating the individual players solo queue, that's pretty impressive stuff. Now you can see Vasily forced to disengage there. Blocks a little bit of that damage there with a barrier. Xpecial running away. Xpecial got support Annie this game. That's actually pretty surprising for me because you're starting to see sort of the rise of Leona. Kind of getting some Sun synergy in there. Vasily waiting there, in there. Oh, and there's the ultimate. One more axe is all it's going to take to kill Wild Turtle. No. Can't find the axe behind the turtle. Behind the turret, rather. Freudian slip there. But either way. No, I am actually spectating this game. Le Dorito face. It's public to spectate, so if you guys want to hop into like LOL Nexus or anything out there, you can actually spectate this game by going to your leagues tab in the League of Legends client, scrolling down, spectating 5v5 challenger teams. If you guys want to watch this for yourself, for yourselves rather, because hey, I'm just the one talking about this. If you guys enjoy any of the other things that I've shoutcast, and hopefully that makes it worth it. It's going to be a blue buff there for Wei Zhao, or Zhao Wei Zhao. He was known before he came over to North America. Zyrus tries to get in there and stop it, but can't quite find the steal. Wet Noodle fight up there in the top lane. Bottom lane, it's going to be Vasily versus Turtle, and Turtle, you know, he has better itemization just straight up with the Infinity Edge, but one-on-one, Draven just kind of crushes people. Draven is all about steroids. So if you just let him do damage, that's great, but not really the most mobile AD carry. Does have the Blood Rush for some extra mobility, but damage in the mid lane. Bjergsen versus Zhao Wei Zhao. Body slam in there. Now it's going to be Solar Flare. Balancing Bjergsen right back in, but there's another stun to come out, and the 2v1 outplay. LMQ takes down the European powerhouse Bjergsen there in that middle lane, and TSM still up in kills 6-3. But things even in turrets, and you can see the gold count evening up as well. Watching No Name come down to help out Vasily bottom lane. This is something you'll actually notice if you watch a lot of LMQ's game. They don't like to keep a duo lane at all. AD carries, once you reach the mid game, turrets start to fall, and it becomes a lot safer to push, safer to farm. That's why, like CLG, have double lift split push so much, because AD carries clear waves really, really quickly, especially if it's something like a Sivir, like a Tristana. Great wave clear. They push really well. And especially in the case of Sivir, very mobile, and Jinx, to some extent, if you take down a turret, would get excited. But for TSM, they are actually grouping up a lot more. They're forcing team fights. They're actually winning the team fights. That's why you can see more kills. But if you look at the gold count, it's still completely even, because you got to look at where that gold is going. Check out the mid lane. 1-0-1 for Zhao Wei Zhao at 200 CS. Bjergsen not really having all that hot of a game, because he is 1-1 down to 20-30 CS. Ackerman starting to be able to trade back against Dyrus, just because the raw steroids for Rengar are actually stronger with the way that his power works, but when you go up against Dominus, especially for Dyrus, it's on another level. Dyrus about half an item ahead, as he does have that Spectre's Cowl instead of just the Negatron Cloak, so things actually evening up after a 2-0 domination at the early game by Dyrus. Moore looking to get in onto Wild Turtle. Can't quite find him just yet. Turtle's going to have to be very careful here. Hasn't died there. Doesn't have cleanse either, just with that barrier. So CC's still going to be very effective as No Name could look for an engagement as he's kind of curling around this upper side of the dragon pit along with Zhao. TSM getting into position, pull the dragon out of the pit. A lot of damage to come down. Odd one there. He's going to be in charge of the smite. No ward jump over. There's a Mega Inferno Bomb as well. Won't be available for this team fight. And TSM, get in, get out, get away with that dragon. And that's going to give them a little bit of a gold advantage, but still, 20 minutes into the game, still everything pretty even. As now LMQ, man, dragons respawn, turrets do not. And LMQ looking to take the permanent objective. Ackerman, though, getting locked down. There's Dyrus jumping in from the back line. Mr. Tibbers there to make it a 6v4 now as Ackerman really overextending there and not really having all that great a game. 0-2 now does die, head back to base the hard way, and now it's TSM pushing in. There's the explosive cask. Stun from the Shield of Daybreak there on to Bjergsen. Special is going to get a stun on a Zhao deep underneath the turret. There's Buster Shot. Where's the damage to follow up? No follow up. Zhao stays alive. But it's going to be up to Vasily to kind of guard this turret against TSM, a team. Not necessarily all solo mid players, but that's exactly where they're located, looking to push in onto their third and final outer turret. Once again, A, I'm solo casting, so have mercy. B, I've been casting all afternoon, so a little bit of mercy there too. And C, if you guys have suggestions, feel free to throw them down in chat. You can do whatever you want, but make sure to keep it classy. Fine viewership. I do want to welcome you to the stream. If you're just now joining us, this is actually TSM versus the new Chinese solo queue team of LMQ. They are here to compete in North America's Challenger Coke League. We'll have to see what they do. Now facing up against one of the best team in North America. Second best if you want to take the standings into account. Odd One's going to tank up that middle turret, and that is third and final outer turret. Going down, TSM is starting to lead in the global objective count after having taken down the last dragon as well. This is ranked 5. It's not a tournament or a show match or anything like that. Both teams just decided to queue up, and what do you know? Two of the best teams going up against one another. TSM, very well proven. LMQ, a team that's still looking to prove themselves. And after TSM take that middle turret, it looks to be a middle turret taken there by LMQ. They get in, get out. It's an even turret count for both sides. Spirit Visage just completed there for Dyrus. He's coming out after a great Renekton game. You know, Dyrus' champion pool, it's always, like, it started out absolutely huge, and then he's like, I'm not going to try to play everything okay. I'm going to focus on a few champions. Well, turns out he picked a really good champion to focus on Renekton, as he's been strong for almost an entire season. Season 3 has been great up in that top lane, and Dyrus really playing him well. 2-0-1 against, new and unproven talent there in Ackerman. Rengar, not one of his strongest champions, but still a champion that you gotta watch out for. Has that Quadra Q bug that you can still kind of abuse in solo queue, so if you guys are good enough, feel free to go out there and win yourself some Rengar games. It is pretty impressive, but I don't know, we'll have to keep an eye up there in the top lane. Bottom lane also going to be pretty special because, well, especially X special, grabbing away that Talisman of Ascension and Mobility Boots. He is TSM's Engage. If you want to engage onto LMQ, it's either going to be X Special getting in there with a nice 5-man Tibber stun, the legend. But also, you have Explosive Cast from Bjergsen and Cocoons from Odd Ones. So, there's actually a little bit more engaged than I thought here for TSM. No, this is not a rerun Cowser. This is actually the live game being spectated. A couple other things to point out. Yeah, thanks for clarifying that. Both Nightmare and Steve Factory. Ackerman is actually godlike. I'm not sure why he changed his name, because godlike, if you've ever watched LPL or any Chinese League of Legends, you know that godlike lives up to his name. That guy's just a monster. Coming over here, this is kind of the question for me. If you guys are familiar with the way that Chinese League of Legends works. It's very traditional to have both a primary team and a secondary team. That's what World Elite did with Positive Energy. Now one of the best teams up there. And now it's actually Dyrus getting hit up 3v1. I don't care how strong you are. Flash over the wall, but there's a perfect Zenith Blade from Moore to go over there. If you guys know about like Smurf names, then... Oh, by the way, how's it happening? D-Sprinkle. This is actually a ranked 5s game between Team Solo Mid and LMQ, the Chinese team coming over here. TSM is right, but LMQ is the name you should be screaming about this Dragon Pit. Now, Gragas, King of Baron Stealers not going to be getting anywhere near. Blown apart before the fight even happens. No Name goes down. There's a flash out from Odd One. He's going to repel, but nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He's going to go in on to more. He's going to take him out there, but a double kill for Zhao. Wild Turtle gets taken out by an axe, cashing in. Draven, money in the bank as he's now looking onto Xpecial. Stand aside. Will not land. A couple more axes to pick up the kill. One more is all it's going to take. Xpecial's got that move speed. Not enough as Vasily cleans house on Team Solo Mid. Yeah, good point about the gold earn tab. We can go ahead and check that out. 23, almost 2,400 gold in the bank there for Vasily. He's going to be able to go back and pick up probably an Infinity Edge if he farms for just a little bit longer. Eye Edge and Static Shipper, Wild Turtle. He's a monster. 5-1-3. Grabs a double kill out of that fight, but unfortunately goes down. Deathcap Chalice on Wei Zhao, just huge in that fight. You saw him just blowing everybody apart. And while Bjergsen did face check right into that Baron, it was just a great decision for LMQ to disengage from the Baron, blow Bjergsen up. He got his ultimate off, and that split up LMQ actually helped lead to the 2 kills that TSM did get out of that. But now, Godlike going in on to Dyrus to the top lane. There's Slice out. Won't have that dice just yet. Ackerman just waiting for another slow from the Bola. There's the Bola, goes down. Vasily starting to get in there with some damage. Check into the brush, slice, dice, Dyrus gets snared out there by the empowered Bolo. It's a kick backwards from No Name. LMQ are just feeding off Dyrus up there in the top lane. Yeah, that's a little bit rough to deal with. As now Moore's Targan's Embrace actually now face of the mountain. Giving some gold there over to No Name. Top lane turret should fall here. 4th turret of the game for LMQ. They will take it down, and now TSM, they're looking to gank this middle lane. Oh my goodness, flash immediately. No Timbers to land there, but Zhao. Can he bounce himself away from this one? Apologies for the camera glitch right there. Bjergsen going through the turret may have gone too far. There's now No Name looking to take him out. There's a cocoon from Odd One zoning for Bjergsen. He will make it out alive. It's Mr. Tibbers there on that middle lane turret. Is now LMQ do defend it successfully. They've managed to come back in the kill count as well. Now down only 2, and should see a little bit of a disengage, but pings out on to Godlike. No slow there from the rocket jump, but Wild Turtle uses his escape to get in. That could have been an engage for LMQ, but nothing doing just yet. That was an Infinity Edge completed there for Vasily. This guy does crazy damage, 317 AD versus Wild Turtle's 217. So yeah, there's a class of damage that Wild Turtle just does not have. Yes, I am Rapid from NACL. If you guys watched the NACL finals or watched myself and Dan Egad Caruso from Intel Extreme Masters Singapore, just have watched anything that I've cast over the past, I don't know, I think I've been casting for like 2 or 3 years for right now, then yes, I am Rapid, I am he. So hopefully, if you guys enjoy my casting, then stick around. If you don't, then you can actually check out this same game being broadcast on LMQ I Buy Power. That's their Twitch channel. They stream all of LMQ's ranked 5 games, and yeah, it's pretty good. If you guys have never checked out that stream, definitely go support a new NA Challenger team. You know, granted they are from China, and it'll be interesting to see how they face up against some of the top talent from North America, and it doesn't get a whole lot more top talent than this. TSM, you know, keep in mind, this isn't necessarily something that you have to avoid showing super secret strategies on. It's not like they're not playing their hardest. They are actually doing as much as they can. I mean, just look at Wild Turtle, man. That guy is huge. 5-1-4. He's just farming out absolutely everything he can. There's not a lot of jungle left for Odd One. This guy, he does have 40 stacks on that conservation passive, so can't get that gold by killing a minion or a large creep in the jungle, but there aren't a whole lot left after. Look at Wild Turtle. He's just farming up the entire jungle. There's no CS safe from Wild Turtle's rampage. He's going to get himself back to base with 1,500 gold. We'll be looking to complete that last Whisper coming up next. And so for right now, you know, kill counts are great and everything, but you gotta keep an eye on the carry potential. Bjergsen, Void Staff, Deathcap, huge combo there. Last Whisper, Infinity Edge with some Lifesteal and Wave Clear there from Static Shiv, and of course Tristana's Explosive Shot. The carry lineup, the back line here for TSM does monster damage, but then you kind of look over to LMQ, and apologies for my voice. I've been casting all day and do need to run to the kitchen for some water, but I'll do that in a little bit, as this game is just way too awesome to pass up. Zhao's got some damage of his own, just having an Elixir of Brilliance there too. to see how effective that is. But yeah, talk about damage. It's all about Vasily. Doesn't have the last whisper, so probably won't have as effective a time bursting down guys like Odd One and Dyrus, both of whom do have right around that 200 armor mark that starts to make Last Whisper look pretty attractive. Holy crap, my voice is cracking all over the place, so a lot of damage. Mega Inferno Bomb will be body slammed away from Whirling Death to come out, but won't actually deal all that much damage. Bouncing Bomb's like special. Down to half hit points. Bjergsen looking for damage across the wall, but clearing out that ward will mean the TSM are going to be pushing in here. Yeah, good point to make there. Loves to 0-0-N. No Ninja Tabby, and cooldown boots, that's a much more aggressive option for Dyrus, but like, you can't go without Ninja Tabby. Wow, 2K viewers on LMQ stream. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, make sure to go support them. I'm not trying to like take viewers away from anyone, because LMQ, man, they're the team. They deserve this completely. But Odd One doing Baron buff from behind the wall. TSM take the Baron, but now they have to fight. Godlike's in the middle of the entire team. Does not die. So tanky. Such stats, many battle roar. He's not going to be able to get away alive. But look at this carry lineup as Wild Turtle just crits, resets. Damage for days as now Vasily runs right into Bjergsen. Wild Turtle putting TSM on his back. Killing almost everyone that fight. 4 for 0 exchange, the Baron buff, and a huge team fight win. The game solidly swinging in TSM's favor. Middle turret will go down there, and there is the inhibitor to fall first. First inhibitor of the game. 20-second respawn timers there on LMQ. I'd almost like to see a push in for maybe a Nexus turret, but better safe than sorry. TSM, they're just gonna go ahead and spam their name in chat. I do actually have chat on, but they aren't actually talking all that much, so if we get a little bit of trash talk, you'll be able to see it, so no worries about that. I always hate, like, tournaments, like, for professionalism issues, they have to hide the spectator, the in-game chat. I love showing it because it lets you know, like, a little bit of the more fun aspects of life when, players start to trash talk each other a little bit. From what I've seen, it's just like casting low-level amateur tournaments. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Turtle is on a mission. Smelly Connor. His mission is to kill everything and everyone all at the same time, and it looks like he's doing a pretty good job. There's actually a Blade of the Ruined King. I love that idea from Tristana. She gets a 90% attack speed steroid from her maxed out rapid fire. A very aptly named skill, by the way. Big fan of rapid fire there. And for Wild Turtle, he's going to be able to chunk through this tank line, because when you look at the tank line for LMQ, it's Ackerman. That guy is 0-4. No Name in the jungle, 0-2. Then you look over to TSM, Dyrus and Odd One, both incredibly tanky, very, very strong. Have a ton of, a ton of gold in their pockets as well. We'll go ahead and check that gold count as was requested. 2,500 gold in the pockets of both Dyrus and Bjergsen. They're going to have to spend that 1,000 in specials coffers. But now No Name, somewhat curious what No Name's doing there. There's some mines to come out there. Wild Turtle in the back. No Name caught out just a little bit. No satchel charge left to land, but No Name safeguards away from the spider. It will hit on to Vasily. Top turret. Not looking so hot right now. Yes, this is live. This is North American ranked 5v5s between the Chinese team LMQ iBuyPower coming over here for the North American Coke League, taking on Team Solo Mid. One of the best teams in North America, and I don't think that's really disputable. Moore's going to grab away Mikhail's Crucible. That's going to be really huge to keep Vasily alive. Keep in mind that guy does have barriers, so no cleanse just yet. And it's an offensive item choice there. Is now Godlike looking to go in, gets in onto Dyrus, initiating onto the tank. An effective strategy, but not really, though. It's now Godlike. He's going to go down there. There's the Talisman of Ascension. Pop-by special, a huge Tibbers right there. It's going to be the nice Mikhail's to keep Vasily alive. Mr. Tibbers, though, takes him very low. X special, does he have the damage? Vasily still alive, DPSing from the back. Dyrus going to go down. There's the stand aside Vasily. He's going to get taken out. There's actually the Mikhail's. It's an ace as LMQ turn the tides and take out Team Solo Mid. So yeah, skepticism aside, LMQ, they're pretty good. They're Pretty good. Taking out TSM, just a little bit overextended, and you can really see that LMQ Tianxi are way more than the sum of their parts. They literally had all their kills, with the exception of 2, on their carry lineup, with a very far behind take line. And somehow, just due to positioning, due to great skill and spell usage, gotta give a big shout out to that face of the mountain as well. Sacrificed a little bit of HP from Moore to give that over to Vasily, help keep him alive with a shield, and then both of those active items, Mikhail's Crucible, just helping him sustain there, take out Dyrus at the very end, and give LMQ Tianxi the ace over Team Solo Mid. No, this is not a rerun Mo Power 440. This is in fact live ranked 5v5s. You can spectate it from the in-game client and by checking out twitch.tv/LMQ iBuyPower. That's the team's official page. They are actually streaming this too, but I gotta say, yeah, this is absolutely incredible. P. Busrex, yes, I will be casting next season of NACL. That's actually a good point. I ain't paying about Tristana. Always tempting to just jump into the team, and out of one Draven ultimate, Xpecial wants to head back to base. He's half health, and if he goes into this next team fight, I always feel like support Annies are sort of the suicide bombers of the support lineup, just because they have a stun, that's all they're good for. They blow up afterwards and don't really offer a lot other than maybe some damage, but yeah, there's the recall from TSM. Xpecial got chunked, they cannot fight this. Xpecial, will his recall complete? Yes! It is down, and that means that with Baron respawning in a minute and a half, now's a good time to secure some great vision advantage here for LMQ. Yes, this is the real TSM cat carry. At Rapid, I do need some mods. I'm a mod on LMQ. Can I mod you? The Apex of Evolution. Yes, I have seen you there. You can have a mod. Why, thank you, Yosemite Sam. I am pretty good at casting, and I do appreciate that. But, whoa. Whoa, is Prius here? Big fan, Prius. Big fan. I don't know about better than Quickshot. That guy's a monster. But as we get back to the game, just pushing down mid lane, not too exciting. I do love casting for you guys, so I'm trying to interact. I'm totally new to this whole streaming thing. That's why you can see there's no partner options. This is 720p, so hopefully that's enough for you guys to watch. Hopefully we'll be getting partner options not too long, so hopefully is a big word in my vocabulary. Sorry for spamming it out there. Baron buff. It's respawning in 30 seconds, man. No Name's just using that Flurry passive. Kill out those wards, but here's the push from TSM. TSM have actually caught LMQ out of position. They're solo mid, they're all grouped up around that Baron area. Wild Turtle's got one thing on his mind, and it is that Baron buff. But keep in mind, last time TSM had... Yes, oh, there isn't coding? What? Wow. Big fan of Twitch. Those guys are super cool. 2,000 viewers, and I'm not even partnered. Wow, you guys are really awesome. I feel like having like a crying Phantom Lord moment right now, because this is pretty cool. But thanks for tuning in. TSM taking down Baron Nashor. No contest there, but right as I say that, it does go down. Baron and TSM, but now they have to survive. It's godlike right in the middle. LMQ gonna get a nice Mikhail's cleansing out there. Wei Zhao is gonna be right in the back. There's gonna be a nice satchel charge. Godlike goes down. No Name, he's gonna fall as well. It's just the back carry lineup of LMQ to survive, not the fight they wanted to take. Vasily standing on top of Ward. He's gonna have to piece the scene, and now it's up to Wei Zhao. This is not the 80 carry for World Elite, keep in mind. This is Wei Zhao. Mid lane. I don't know where to exactly focus because somebody's going to explode. Vasily's playing this really close to his chest. Keep in mind that no deaths for TSM. They have 5 people with Baron Nashor right now. That's actually going to be huge coming up in this next push. But they're not pushing fast enough to allow to really pressure LMQ's death timers. No, this is not a scrim. This is ranked 5s. No Char Masker. You cannot be a mod. Rapid is the best. Wormy Flipper. Oh, dude. Shout out to that guy. He's pretty cool. Ponza's here. I know Ponza. He's a subscriber to basically everything. TMQ. Yeah, LMQ, TSM. I'm going to screw up these guys' names a lot. I'm not used to casting LMQ. I spectated a couple of their games. Actually, godlike, though. He's looking to go in there. Is he going to jump in onto Dyrus? Does get in there. There's the root, but immediately onward with a follow-up cocoon. Godlike very tanky, but he's going to have to get out of there. Mega Inferno Bomb, but look at the damage coming in from behind. Bjergsen, huge burst from the back line, and he actually is still going to get in there for more. Moore and Vasily, they're both down. Wei Zhao is going to have to stay alive here somehow. Middle inhibitor will fall. Team Solo Mid. They're looking to close out this game versus LMQ. Haunting guys there for Ziggs. Looking to get as much damage to Magic Pen as he possibly can. I'm not sure if TSM can actually win the game right now, but they will push LMQ around. Ackerman's going to get stunned out there. Special with a huge stun. There's going to be the follow-up flash. Cocoon, godlike, goes down. And now it's going to be very low health Turtle, but still alive. Barrier for some reason. Turtle's alive. He's going to bounce his way back out of here. Wei Xiao actually going to take him out there, but no name. Can you pick up the kill? The answer is no, as now Wei Xiao, last empowered auto attack is good. From downtown, it is going to be that short fuse passive, empowering Zhao Wei Xiao's auto attack. Wild Turtle bounces away just a little bit too slow. He's godlike in death. Wow, that's actually a good stat. I'm going to have to use that. I totally reserve the right to steal that for an upcoming tournament. Mega Inferno Bomb will not find a blue buff, as that was stolen away there by Dyrus. Dyrus, man, he's had a huge game so far. Does have those boots of lucidity. I'm not a believer, but hey, it's not up to me. Dyrus knows what he's doing. 4-3 and 8 score I'd love to have versus LMQ. So, Thornmail now completed there. Dyrus doesn't really need that extra armor when you already have 323. What was Turtle doing? Probably trolling a little bit, but I love this because it's my own personal stream, so if pros are trolling, I can just say straight up that guy was trolling, instead of like having to be like, well, he's attempting to adapt to the new meta of staying around and dying a lot, or something like that, but you guys get the idea. Wow, Ponza, how'd you get mod? Who let you have that? Rapid, do I cast all day? Yes, the answer is I am always casting. Plus, this is just like good practice. Even if you guys are like, wow, that guy sucks at casting, hey, I'm getting out there and I'm at least trying. If you guys are wondering how on earth you get into casting, the answer is to do it a lot. So what, you suck. I sucked a lot too when I started, so just get out there and do it. TSM, they're looking for that bottom second tier turret. I don't think LMQ are really going to fight this. You know, more can go in, but right now, let's just be real. Wild Turtle's damage is on another level. No defense. I guess he does have Mercurial Scimitar. That's a little bit of offense and defense. TSM, man, Ackerman, keep in mind, Ackerman is godlike. Both godlike in name and deaths, as someone pointed out there. Bottom turret will stay alive, but there's actually the engage. Ackerman's going to come in from behind, jumps right in on Bjergsen. Immediately the Zanyas. It's going to keep him alive for a very long time, but immediately it's No Name who will go down. Dyrus is going to be the source of the focus of Vasily's damage. More flashes out, but it's just going to give the reset on the jump there to Wild Turtle. A lot of bomb damage coming in for Zhao Wei Xiao. Can you run far enough? The answer is no, as now Ackerman's going to go down. A triple kill for Wild Turtle. GG's coming out from LMQ. Bjergsen wants to know if they want to scrim because holy crap, these guys are good. TSM, man, crushing through, and now with Super Minions on the Nexus, Team Solo Mid will take out LMQ. Tianxi, I by power. Flash in the stun there from X Special. Body slam, the big man Bjergsen takes down the ace 27-16 and 10-5 in kills.